Hey everyone, welcome back. So Peripera came out with new shades again for their Inkloud Glowy Tint. We have a keychain type of packaging here. These are shades 34, 35, and 36. It seems like they released previous shades a few months ago, but they're already back with new shades. As part of the promotion, they do include a keychain. For the cap of the product itself, it has this heart-like shape to clip it on. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so starting off first, this is shade 34 Coral Test. It's described as being a light coral shade, and this is a warm light shade. I didn't think I would like this color, but it actually looks a lot better than I thought. I think because it's kind of light, it has this very beautiful sheer see-through like finish to it. It does look quite similar to the promotional pictures, sort of this tangerine coral color. You can't really see much of an orange shade for the gradients look. For the gradients look, it does look more like a coral shade. Very beautiful, very glossy finish, very moisturizing, very flattering for anyone who is warm toned. I am a neutral, slightly warm tone shade, so it's not too warm toned for me. It has a very nice muteness. I think it's going to blend in a little bit with the rest of your lip color because of how sheer and light it is. Overall, it's very beautiful light coral shade. For the full look, it did get a little bit more pigmented, a little bit more mute. When you first apply it, it has this apricot peach type of color to it, and then once it oxidizes, it's going to look like a coral peach shade. A little bit of a tangerine undertone, especially around the edges of the lip. My seasonal color is light spring and soft autumn, so this is definitely around my palette, very flattering for my skin tone. Really beautiful shade, very moisturizing as well, really glossy finish on different angles of the lips. Super moisturizing. Formula is pretty much the same as previous shades. For this formula, it does oxidize quite a bit, but because this is a light shade, it does have a very nice muteness to it, which is really good if you prefer more MLBB. Let's go ahead with the transfer test. So here are some hand comparisons. At the bottom is Coral Test. On top of that is Cotton Melba, Bare Apricot. At the bottom here is Bare Juicy O. Bare Apricot at the top looks a little bit too pink. It doesn't have much of an orange undertone. Cotton Melba is quite similar to Coral Test. When you first apply it, they have that apricot color and then they do oxidize. For Bare Juicy O, slightly a little bit lighter. It does have a little bit more of a tangerine orange color to it, less coral. Next up, this is shade 35 Special Coral. This is described as being a coral pink color, and it's a warm light shade as well. A little bit similar to the previous one, but slightly a little bit more warm and mute. You can see it does have a little bit more pigmentation compared to the previous shade. Compared to promotional pictures, it's a little bit more mute, and it does have a pink coral type of color to it. It's not going to be as bright or vibrant, but we'll have to see for the full look. This is also a very flattering shade, very MLBB. The perfect balance of pink and coral to give a very beautiful MLBB finish. Beautiful see-through like gloss finish as well because of how light they are. So now for the full look, we have a more pigmented and vibrant pink shade. I think the promotional picture looks closer to being the gradients look. For the full look, it kind of looks more like a strawberry pink. I'm gonna do another transfer test because this is a darker shade. So you can see it did transfer a little bit, but there is a pigmented stain on the lips. So I have Special Coral at the bottom. On top of that is from the same collection and 27 Joking Pink and then 28 Rose Standard. And a little side comparison so you can see how they look like next to each other. For Joking Pink, it does have more purple in it, and for Rose Standard, it's a little bit more rosy. The closest match that I could get is Rom&nd's Juicy Lasting Tint and Papaya Jam. So it does oxidize a few shades darker. Last but not least, we have 36 Pink Teacher. This is described as being a summer cool lilac pink color. This is a light cool shade. As the name says, it's a lilac pink color. Once you apply on your lips, you are going to see a little bit of that lilac, like a light lilac color. Once it oxidizes, it's going to have this mauvey berry type of color to it. Looking at the promotional pictures, I think this looks the most different. It has a very similar undertone, but it's going to look a little bit more mute, a little bit more mauvey with berry in it. Let's go with the full look and then do some comparison swatches. The more they apply, the more vibrant it is going to look. Sort of this like Barbie pink purple shade. It does have a semi-brightening effect to it. The more they apply, the less purple it is going to look though, so you can see a little bit more pink. So definitely a cool tone shade. So at the bottom is Pink Teacher. On top of that is from the same collection in shade 30 and then 29. I'll have the names listed on the screen somewhere. Just a side-by-side comparison of how they look like. For 36 Pink Teacher, it does look slightly more bright, has a fuchsia pink undertone to it. For 29 and 30, they're a little bit more mute. They do have a little bit more purple in it as well. The closest match that I could get is Juju Fig. For today's lip combination, I'm going in with Colorgram's Hip Chocolate. I did do a little bit of lip contouring with Rom&nd's Lip Mate Pencil and 5 Taupey shade. So my top picks today are 34 and 35. Really flattering for my natural beige skin tone, and I think because they have some kind of coral in it and they're both warm tone. Very beautiful and flattering shades. They're not too light or not too mute, and gives a very beautiful MLBB finish. I'm hoping that they come out with more brown shades, but I had a lot of fun swatching these. The choice of shades just keeps getting better and better. So that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.